even the audience can see that you're shy. I wanna be able to still be shy, but you won't know. Do you get?
Okay,
like
your showmanship, like the way you
like now if I'm shy,
oh,
my hands are sweaty, everything. So it's like you will know. So I just need to have that confidence. So I don't mind singing at weddings, but I just need to have that. I still need to practice.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. All right.
These can link up.
Thank you.
These can link up, definitely. In terms of weddings and stuff, is there, because obviously we're women, when we were younger, that's all we've dreamed of, wedding, we're gonna have our perfect day. Did you have like a specific age where you're just like, this is what I'm gonna have for my wedding, this is my dress, this is the person that I'm gonna marry, this is it? Like, did you have that specific thing set out, and did it, because do you mind me saying on air that you're married?
No.
You're married, so like, did it exceed your expectations, or did it pan out how you thought it was gonna pan out? Because me myself, I'm not married, but I can relate to it by saying that with my children, like I had all these names, I'm gonna name it, and then when it came to the actual time, it's like completely different from how I thought. Do you have any similar?
Yeah, I think the only thing sometimes about being in events is you're so oversaturated with ideas and stuff. You're always looking at mood boards and ideas and current new things and blah blah blah. So I probably had too many ideas. I had too many weddings. Like my one wedding was about 10 different weddings. I mean, in the end, it didn't turn out like any of them, but how it turned out was exactly how it needed to be. It was like perfect for us and perfect in the time. And we didn't try to do anything. We cut our cloth accordingly because we knew there were other things we wanted to achieve, like a house and blah blah blah. But it was beautiful. And I'm so happy with the way. I was so nervous about how I was going to look, but yeah, it all worked out really well.
What was your dress like?
It was lace, actually. It was really old-fashioned lace kind of dress, quite fitting. Like so much so that I cannot even begin to put a thigh in it.
God. You want to enter?
No.
To be honest, like when thinking of like weddings for myself, I would always be stuck on the like more fitted gown or the ballroom gown, and I feel like it's the gown that everything's centered around. Do you find that like true? Like, do people plan their wedding around their clothes?
It completely depends on what kind of bride it is. You get so many like the things that some people focus on or feel are the most important in their wedding. Sometimes it's like, really? Everything. Out of everything. That you get all kinds of different types of people. I mean, I've met brides in consultations that have been so nice and so simple and have turned into absolute bridezillas by the end.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a process and it changes people, that's for sure. Definitely get some interesting ones, but
what's the weirdest?
The weirdest, I think it was the lady I was just referring to.
Oh really?
She was so simple and came across, humble's not the right word to use, but she came across so like simple and chilled in our initial first few weeks, and then gradually she just started beasting, like bridezilla came out. Yeah.
But the thing is, you need to have like kind of like such a poker face when it comes to those kind of things, because you can't really risk the name, your name or your brand, so you're gonna have to kind of just like lump it basically.
I mean, it's quite good, especially if you're working with them for a long time. You have to remember, you're quite in these people's like relationship, so you do build up a bond with them, and there are certain ways in which you can, okay, we might need to check it now, you need to calm down a little bit, because you do get quite close with them, obviously still professional and still within a certain barrier, but you get really close with the couple that you're working with.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's not just about choosing, okay, this is what you want, okay, I'm just gonna go and find it. You have to actually know them. Even on my way here, before I went to go and meet you, there was like a guy in the passenger side of his best friend's ride. And he was like, "You're right." Like tried to talk to me, and he was just like, "Why aren't you married? Like, are you married?" I was like, "No." "Why aren't you married? How can you tell me like, why aren't I married?" Like, because I feel like I'm quite traditional in a sense that I would like the man to like propose or whatever. Do you have any views about that?
I think, again, I don't want to sound on the... I think, you know, if you had asked me that question maybe like even 6 months ago, I'd be like, no, the man's supposed to do it, the man's supposed to do it. But no, I don't feel like that. It's different now. If you feel like you love somebody and you feel like you guys are in that mutual place, and like Destiny's saying, you're ready financially, you're ready headspace wise, emotionally, you're ready to take that on and want to spend the rest of your lives with each other, girl, get on your knee, do what you gotta do. I think that girls, girls,
Jesus.
girls get on your knee. Not for those purposes, eh?
Hey,
for the wedding,
Jesus.
for the proposal. Yeah, no, I think
the honeymoon.
Yeah, wait for that one. But yeah, I think girls can propose to you. Why not?
I just feel like, no, I asked me the man.
Really?
It's just always been like that, especially when my friends be like, oh, I went to tell the guy that I liked him. Like, no, you don't do that.
You don't do that.
It's, you don't know what the guy can be saying. Oh, she roast me. Like, he's even going to be upset because he's obviously from our culture they say the man is the head of the family, so and if you, as you being the head of the family, you should be the one proposing, you should be the one that's actually doing the main thing. Like, you get it? So why am I the one on my knees to propose to you as you want? Please, if I like you, I'll just keep to myself. I'll wait till you tell me you like me. And then,
but in that sense, I know it takes a lot of guts, but there's a lot of people like burning because they didn't step up and say, oh, do you want to get married, and they're the female. There's a lot of people burning because they missed their opportunity with a guy.
That's true.
Yeah. Do you think people should be more gutsy about?
Yeah. I mean, I was just talking on my point of view, analogy, but I believe that if you have that confidence, why don't you just do it?
And if you know your relationship and you don't, like, I'm sure even when guys propose, you must be proposing with the knowledge that 70% this girl's gonna say yes. I mean, I have known of it to happen that she said no, but you must be proposing with the I have a reason to believe that she's going to say yes. The same for the girl. You must have the confidence or relationship built up that you're hoping that he's going to say yes before you do it.
Hoping.
Like when you guys are like playing a game or something, just shooting that question. Oh, do you want to get married? Oh,
here's dinner. Hey, you want to get married?
You can't just say, I want to marry you. No,
I want to marry you.
No, you have to like little bits and pieces, be shooting in some questions, or what if this, or just don't make it look like you're going to propose to her or him. Just act like it's just a random question. That's how you know. Don't just.
Okay, what do you guys think? When do you guys think is a good time to discuss whether or not we're getting married, or
as in like along the dating path? That completely depends on the couple, because you can have people that meet each other and from the get-go they just know that we're serious about it, and they could have that conversation too, like 2 weeks into their relationship.
Definitely.
Which, I mean, each to their own. That can work for some people. You have old people that have been married from 16 and still married now.
It's true.
And you have people that got married last month and it's over already. So
it's true.
It completely depends on the people. There's other people. I know 4 years. A lot of people say like 4 years is a good dating mark. 4 or 5 years is when girls get a bit antsy, like come on, where's it coming? So I guess that must be the mark for a reason. So maybe around that area.
I've even seen stuff like of you're with a guy 6-7 years and you're still not like married, like something is wrong.
There's
like
so many pressures like that. Yeah.
But what would you say to that?
For me personally, 10 years is a stretch.
10 years.
A decade is a stretch. You have no business to, like, that's I'm not gonna go into reasons, but that's messed up. If you're there for a decade still doing boyfriend girlfriend, that can't work. That can't for me personally. And I guess obviously again, that has to come from you knowing the person from the beginning. If this person was never dating with the intention to marry or never intended to get married, why are you there? And you know you want to get married, that don't make no sense. You have to know that you're dating and this person is in a place to be dating for the intention of getting married if they find that you're the one and you find that they're the one. If they want that kind of person in the first place, who are you changing? Like, what are you doing there?
It's true. You would have had that conversation before.
You should have. Yeah. You should have.
So 10 years... hypothetically, because obviously we knew you were already married, 10 years and then they haven't proposed, so you're leaving.
Stretch. I'm tapping my foot, I'm looking out the window, I'm like, looking at my watch, like
what's the cut off point for you?
5. Yeah. Not 10. I don't have time. I don't have time. Like, I just feel like I'm not gonna date you if I don't feel like we should get married. So I'm not gonna date with no reason. Do you get it? Like, I'm not dating for dating sake. I don't have time to waste. I'm not 15 or this. Very soon I should be getting married, so I shouldn't be just dating for dating sake. I feel like that's not really like. But I just feel like before you date someone, you need to have like a reason. You need to have something that you're aiming for. You can't just date aimlessly. That's what I feel like. So if you're dating and the guy in 10 years has not, my dear, run away, because he's just using you. You just have to start questioning him.
Oh gosh,
what's going on?
But what do you think is a reason not to get married? Like, What do you think?
A big one for me, again, this has to come from the conversations that you guys have.
Yeah.
If you know you want to have children and he's categorically told you he never wants to have kids, it don't make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense
True.
for you to still be in that situation.
True.
You want one thing, he wants another. There's no point, I'll change him.
You will never change
Go
him.
and find somebody that is already changed, I beg.
Wow.
Like,
It's true.
yeah.
You was talking about The Real earlier, and that actually happened with one of the co-hosts, Jeannie Mai. She was married.
Of course.
And I think they didn't they couldn't really agree on whether they wanted children or not. Well, she didn't want children because of her career and other personal reasons, and he wanted children so bad, and then at the end of it all
he ended up having children, didn't he?
Yeah, he
with
did.
Another woman.
With another woman, so
it's
a bit deep.
I feel like marriage is just all about love.
Yeah.
I feel like in a relationship there's people that get married and still can't bear kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I feel like marriage is just all about love. So if you have reasons, so many reasons, I need to marry this man because of this, or I need to marry this woman because of this, I feel like it's either you will never end up getting married, or there's just something, the marriage is gonna go wrong. Like I feel like to love someone, you can't have reasons. Like you just have to love them for who they are. You don't love them because they're pretty. You don't love them because this one has big bum, or
big
this
bum.
one has big money. You don't do that. You just love them for who they are. So I feel like even when you get married, whether kids or not, you're still happy. Whether money or not, you're still happy. So I just feel like there's nothing. You don't need reasons to. I don't think there's anything that can ever stop. I don't think there's reasons for you not to get married. Like there's no reasons. If you love the person, get married to them. Whether for richer or for poorer, they say that for richer or for poorer.
Yeah.
So there's no reason. If you love the person, go ahead, and there's nothing stopping you. Kids or no kids, you love her, so you love him. So why not?
I feel like as well, we shouldn't get married for other people, because I feel like there's another pressure that comes with like even families and stuff. I know someone that is currently she's currently pregnant, and she has like that cultural thing where they have to be married before, but she I think on both sides, like her mum is very culturally inclined, I want to say, and her partner's side are very culturally inclined, and they've both got different cultures but similar cultures, in their cultures they ideally want to be married before having children, but she's already pregnant, so they want to kind of like speed up like the marriage process before she gives birth, but she kind of doesn't want to. If there was someone in this position, what would you kind of like say?
I mean, not for her situation particularly, but we have to be real here. Everybody that you get pregnant for is not necessarily somebody you want to spend your life with. Like that, it doesn't always. And everybody that you end up, or every baby mum that you end up having a kid with, is not necessarily the love of your life or someone that you see as your wife. It doesn't, unfortunately, always go like that. So in those cases, if you already know that, or you guys are not ready or in a place for that, surely to get married anyways is almost like setting yourself up. And yes, there are cultural influences and stuff, but I think you just have to, as a couple, stand your ground. And if you guys know what you want, and you know that's not what you're ready for, not to necessarily say that you're not saying you won't do it at all, but it's not what you're ready for now or the way you wanted to do things, I guess you have to stand your ground on that. But on the other hand, if that is something that you two want, and you know that you're ready for it and ready to raise your children in that way, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Wow. What do you think?
I agree on her. I believe that don't let anyone force you to do what you don't want to do. Like you said, you can't, if your mum, or just because of culture, they're trying to make you guys to get married because the girl is pregnant already, that shouldn't be a reason to force the marriage to get it. Like maybe they planned it, maybe they said, cool,